Salutations, schemers. Automatic here for Automatic Games, bringing you yet another in a series of videos showcasing the exploits of Knight Captain Durga, our Brotherhood of Steel build for Fallout 4. Autumn and Bravo platoon are still in the vicinity of Greentop Nursery. They're about to respond to gunshots coming from the north. The shots are emanating from a position called Breakneck Banks, many of you are probably familiar with. Usually houses some semblance of a super mutant threat. Knight Captain Durga is called back to Bunker J-17 for artillery support, and she's ordered her troops forward. Those artillery shells should be inbound presently. Now, the purpose of this engagement is not to occupy Breakneck Banks. Rather, it's to clear the road east. Her platoon has orders to occupy a bunker called E-19, located at the Slog, a former swimming pool back in the old world. No, you don't. Oh, if only all of our 44 shots were that accurate. If you've been watching, you know they're not. You might notice she's, well, you might think her to be hands-off. But hers is an administrative position. If she were an NCO, she'd be spearheading this fight. But she's not. And her job is more strategic than tactical. So she kind of overwatches the fights and makes sure that her troops are in decent positions. After all, she's not decked out in a big suit of power armor. And why, you may ask? I mean, after all, it's a Brotherhood of Steel build, but the HUD, that would be my answer. In first person, I don't mind the HUD. But when you switch to third person and can't shut it off, it clutters up the screen. I mean, to me it's a visual nightmare, so I decided to forego it. And if you're familiar with the Brotherhood, you might wonder why these troops are using ballistic weapons instead of lasers. Well, my justification for that is that the Brotherhood has recruited from former Minutemen and settlements. And the initiate recruits are given weapons that they're most comfortable with. Now, this may seem to go against a long-lasting code with the Brotherhood, but, to recruit among the populace, but, this sect of the Brotherhood is descended from Elder Lyons, who was no stranger to recruiting among indigenous peoples. And besides, in the case of Durga, she suffers from that Brotherhood superiority complex as much as the next Brotherhood Knight, and she'd rather see some local in the front lines rather than, say, somebody that she's had a relationship with for over a decade now. Well, she's at Bunker E-19, but it's clearly not a bunker. It's an artillery piece with a half wall. And that's just not going to do in the midst of a radiation storm. Now, there is shelter here. There's also bodies about, and I assume an overbearing stench. Gatling gun. Yeah, this is no place to call a home. However, until this storm blows over, her troops are going to have to stay here. But seeing as she's the highest ranking first company officer in the field, she's going to make the executive decision to move to a better position as soon as this clears up. We'll go ahead and close out the episode. When we rejoin her, she'll set out for this proposed better position, or more defensible position anyways. She assumes she can find it. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, go ahead and like it. If you don't like it, you can not like it or ignore it. Or if you want to see more of it and subscribe,